Okay, so is the square root isolated? Yes or no?
Yes. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is, because the a over 3 is underneath the square root. So square both sides.
By 3.
No, the squares. Okay. Those are going to cancel. And we get a over 3 equals, what's 7 squared? 49. And then how do we solve for a? Can't hear you. So multiply both sides. So what is a 49 times 3?
147.
So now let's do the check. We're going to plug the 147 in for the a. So check and see if 147 divided by 3, that right now. So let's keep going. So 147 divided by 3 is
7 square root is 7.
49. And the square root of 49 is 7, so that does work. So a is equal to 147.
Oh, so that's equal.
It doesn't always have to.
Oh, it doesn't.
It could be an extraneous case.
Is that?
It doesn't work. So, you have to check it to make sure it works. All of these on this page works. So for 3, y ends up being 9. So if you want to go and check it, like do some work. If we have time, we'll come back to it. Number 5, m is equal to 34.
Oh, that's.
I want to go to the next page. And w is 13. Okay, so please make sure you write those answers down so that you have them. And then we're going to go to the back side so that we can do those problems. So, looking at number 7, is the square root isolated?
No.
No, it's not. We need to get that isolated. So what is the thing that's not attached or under the square root?
-7.
-7. How do we get it to the other side?
Add 7 to both.
Add 7. And we get the square root of x equals 1. And now it becomes just like problem number 1. Whoa. What do we have to do before you?
Square root. We have to like it.
Yes, but the answer is yeah. So then square both sides. Yep. That's what he said. So x equals 1. We check it. We go back and we check it. Does it work?
1 minus 7, yes.
It works. Okay.
Page number 8.
So I'm going to ask the question, is the square root by itself?
Yes, actually.
No.
No, it's not. What's attached to it?
Negative.
How do you? So the next question though I'm asking is, what is the -10 and the square root doing? Add, subtract, multiply, or divide? What's the opposite?
Divide.
Perfect.
So it's just 5 equals.
So divide. Because they're multiplying. Okay. So those cancel, and we get 5 equals the square root of n. Then what do I do?
Multiply squared.
You gotta chill.
Yeah, sure. I don't want. I put the square root on the left side.
It doesn't matter. Squaring both sides does what with the square root?
It takes it away.
Good. Cancels it out. 5 squared is.
25.
Some are you okay? You sure? Okay, that didn't sound convincing to me. I'm sorry. Just want to make sure. And that actually ends up working. Okay, we checked it. I want everyone to right now attempt number 9 in your groups, in your pods. Number 9 in your pods. Go. Number 9. Quietly in your pods. Do number 9. So subtract this one here. Those cancel. We get -1 square root x plus 2 equals 3. Okay? Divide by -1. And we get the square root of x plus 2 equals -3.
There's a line. Oh.
Now, huge problem. Can a square root equal a negative number? No. A square root cannot equal a negative number. So right off the bat, there's no solution. Because of this and because of that, it doesn't work. It can't start off. It can't start off with the square root equaling the -3. When you get a square root equal to a negative number, it can't at that stage be that. Okay? Ethan, do you still have the question before?
No,
Okay.
you
So like right off the bat, can you just say no solution if you see a negative, or no because like it, like the number on the other side might become a negative, and then he might divide it by a negative, so it might become positive.
You have to actually get it to
To
that
you can't
point.
just call it.
Correct.
But like, like
You have to get it to that point. Yeah. I that question comes up a lot, and until you prove it to that step, you can't say yes or no.
What about number 11?
100. So it's -3, but once you square both of them,
It doesn't matter. Doesn't matter because you can't put anything in there. A square can't give you a negative. A cube
but
can
if you
give you a negative.
square, it's not going to be negative.
Right. Put a number in here. Put a number in here that'll give you a -3.
-5. Right? Because
Square root of -3 does not give you a
Oh.
-3. So no matter what you do to put in here, a square root of something will not give you a -3, is what I'm saying. Okay? So no matter what, a square root of this will never give you a -3.
Okay,
If it's a cube root,
that's different.
then you can keep going. Okay? Then you can keep going. Okay, let's do 11. This answer right here is C equals 11, but let's do 11. Everybody work on 11 with your group, your pods, right now. What do we do first?
So, combine like terms.
Add 11.
Add the 11 to the
Add 11. Add 11. All right.
Maybe it's not. Is that what it's called?
Those cancel. So I get 2 square root 2 minus 4 equals.
8.
Emily, what do I do next?
Divide the 2.
Is your name Emily?
Where do I go?
Wait, is that the path? Oh no.
And somebody tell me what the next step is without. Yep. Those cancel. I get k minus 4 equals.
16.
16.
And then what do I do?
Plus 4.
4 to both sides.
K equals what?
20.
20.
And if you plug it in, it ends up working.
Will there ever be a situation where you can cube it instead of square it?
Only if it has the cube. Start with the cube.
Okay.
You have to start with the actual cube.
Alright.
Okay, last one, 15.
Oh, we just make like this.
Alright, so for 15, because these square roots are both isolated on either side, square roots, how do we undo them?
Square.
So we square both sides. And we are left with p plus 8 equals 2 minus p. So how do we actually solve for p? Okay,
Okay, so
one step.
so we subtract p by like subtract p on both sides.
Okay, so you want to go this way.
Yes.
Like, nope. And those cancel. Somebody else, please. I have 8 equals 2. Oh, wait, what is this?
Negative.
Somebody else tell me what the next step would be.
You gotta get the 2 over to the other, the positive 2 over to the other side to isolate the variable.
So,
So you can subtract the 2.
and we get,
You get 6 equals negative 2p.
somebody else? Oh, somebody else? Yep. There you go. Divide by negative 2. Those cancel, and p is.
Equals negative 3.
And if we check this, it ends up working. It ends up becoming square root of 5 times equals the square root of 5 when we check it. All right. Here's what's gonna happen. My goodness. What do we have? Like a half hour to change. 40 minutes. Okay. Good. There you go, Matt.